Alyph, how are you?
What's up? Pretty groovy today. How are you?
Good. I just want to say your new song Check is not shock, but it's very shook. That's how
Oh.
Singaporeans say shook, right?
I'll just take it, yeah.
Yo, can't wait to see you perform at Good Vibes Festival. But are you going to stick around and check out the other acts? Is there a particular act you are very excited about?
I'm just interested in discovering new acts over there, especially local talents, So I might want to move around and see what I can find.
Okay, but the lineup is huge. We've got DPRE and DPR Live, the 1975, the Strokes.
I know.
Who are you most excited to catch?
But 1975 has always been in my playlist, so I'm definitely going to be there.
Now, if you could collab with any one of the artists performing at Good Vibes Festival, which one would it be and why?
1975, that guy, he's dating
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, isn't he?
Yeah, Maddie Healy.
Let's go.
So you want to collab with 1975 just because Maddie Healy is going out with Taylor Swift?
I want to get with Taylor.
Okay, so you will use the 1975 as a stepping stone to ultimately collab with Taylor lah.
No doubt.
Okay, mastermind.
Yeah, which has been released into public by now.
You're always thinking 2, 3, 5 steps ahead. I like that.
I have to check.
Now, for a festival like that, right, do you have a favorite song to perform and why?
I like to perform my new song, especially when they're fresh, because it gives me that feeling of performing in the underground scene where the stage is your streaming service platform that you upload your music on when you perform your song, The stage is where when I perform that new song, that is the first time everyone's going to listen to it. So it always gives me that excitement to find out, how it's going to sound like on the speakers, the look on people's faces, because you already know that they might not know what song this is yet.
Exactly, because usually it's the opposite, right? Artists are super excited to perform a song that everyone knows. But you are excited to perform the new ones that the fans maybe don't necessarily know all the words to yet.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so that's where you gauge like their reactions, right? You get live feedback.
Kind of like that, like it gives me that feeling of like the underground scene. And then after that, people will be like, what song was that? Or like, that song, don't do it again,
Now, what's your most memorable moments on stage? Like, have you ever forgotten lyrics before on stage?
Oh man, of course.
Really?
Of course. I remember this most recent one. We were performing at a launch, at Joe Flizzo's launch. And we did an old collaboration that we had back in 2014. The song is called The Pussycat. It was a last minute performance that he decided that he wanted to perform that song. We do that all the time, so we always stay ready. So I haven't performed that song in 8 years, 7 years. I didn't know that the version that he was going to perform was only his verse. So when it came to my verse, the song ended and I continued rapping my verse. And I was hoping that the music was still playing, so I had like a couple of ad-libs on there that might help me remember if I do forget. But it ended completely and I was just left like... Acapella, trying to keep it flowing, like remember, keep going. I felt halfway.
Then how do you come alive? How do you bounce back from that?
Joe left me hanging as well. Joe was at the side. He was like, this guy's gonna go on. Like, I think I pointed the mic to the crowd, helped me out a little bit, but when I fumble.
Wow, that's scary. Puts you on the spot.
But all in good fun,
Luckily you're a rapper, you can think fast and ad-lib on the spot.
That's what you think about rappers.
Now, leading up to Good Vibes Festival, right, do you have a pre-show ritual every time before you get on stage?
I need to shower like right before. It cannot be like an hour, half an hour. It has to be like timed right before.
How do you do that? So technically you have to shower on festival grounds or what?
Thankfully, so far, the hotels are not far. So that has never been pretty much an issue.
So the organizers know, okay, Alyph comes for sound check and then whatever it is this time, he's not available because he's going to be showering right before
I don't know how they communicate that,
but everybody knows. Everybody's got their time for Alyph shower.
It's pretty important to me. Even though I had showered like for sound check, but I got to go again.
Right. Something about like the feeling of being fresh and clean on stage, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, I'm guessing this year we're going to have a lot of first-timers attending Good Vibes Festival. It's the first one after the pandemic, right? The proper big rollout. Any tips? Can you give us 3 tips for first-timers? What can they expect and what can they prepare for the festival?
First and foremost, stay hydrated. That's for sure.
Okay, make sure you always have water.
Always. Make sure you're around good company. And if you're not, try and make an effort to speak to people.
Make friends there.
And thirdly, go with what you feel is right. Like when you watch a show and everyone's turned up, but you're turned up, but you don't feel like physically turning up like everyone. You're more starstruck or in awe watching the performance. Do you, you can do whatever you want. But like, as for me, if I try and get with something I'm not very comfortable with, I might lose the true experience that I want to go through. Sometimes I just want to go wild out, like, oh! But sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Right. Vibing, and, kind of like not really moving.
Yeah, like, and sometimes it might come off as, well, I'm just talking about myself actually. But sometimes it comes off as you're not interested, but really you are.
So do you, and for others, don't judge the people who look like Alyph.
Yeah.
Who don't look like they're in it, but actually inside.
We're having fun.
They're melting, yeah.
I just want to add one more. Your phones.
What about that? Like, keep them away. Don't
try
do
your best,
too much.
Try your best to put them away, Yeah. I mean, periodically it's cool, like if it's certain moments where you want to capture and you want to look back at it and all that. But I don't think like looking back at a performance on the phone justifies, what you went through. And I know 9 times out of 10 when you use your phone, you look at the screen,
And as an artist, you're on stage and you're like just seeing a sea of phones. And when people record you, nobody's moving, right?
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't love it. Of course I love it. People document things and everything. I'm just saying like sometimes you might want to remember to have like a human experience because I know you gotta look at your screen, because if not your framing will
exactly
go all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do that. I don't want you to be paying all that money to rewatch something you could probably watch on somewhere else.
Be more mindful to be there in the moment and not just be there watching the screen, right?
That's
and
right. Yeah.
One of the big things for music festival is portaloos, the toilet situation. Final word of advice. How do you deal with that?
Wear shoes that you can beat up.
Okay, don't wear slipper because it's disgusting to go into portaloos.
I mean, like if you wear slippers also and you can beat up those slippers, you can
okay.
always wash them with like water and soap. You can just like rinse it off.
Right. This is very good advice. Don't wear your suede.
Yeah, don't wear the leather, the suede, the all whites.
Thank you so much, Alyph. Before I let you go, any shout out to your fans or anything you want to say for Good Vibes Festival?
I hope everyone's ready to have a good time.
Thank you so much, Alyph. Always a pleasure talking to you. Can't wait to see you live at Good Vibes.
For sure. Thank you. Appreciate you.